In the second example, we will solve one-step subtraction equations. Now, how I know it's subtraction? Since actually I have in the side of the variable, number 8 is subtracted from Q. And how I will solve it? I will use the addition inequality of the addition property of equality. If you remember, we said once that addition and subtraction belong to one family. Addition and subtraction, and multiplication and division, they belong to one family too. Now, if I want to solve an equation that has subtraction in it, I use the inverse operation, which is addition. If I want actually, so I will add here number 8 and I will add here number 8 to both sides. So it will be Q equals to negative 8 plus 8. It will be, 0. Now, the rules or the rule here, it tells you that if you add or if you have same, sign numbers, same sign integers, since this you will, add them together and keep the sign, as we said before. If you have different signs, one positive, one negative, here 9 is negative, 8 is positive, what you should do, you will subtract 9 minus 8 as usual, which is equal to 1. After that, you will add the sign of the greater number. Here, which is greater? The absolute value of the number. So, which is greater? Absolute value of 8 or absolute value of negative 9? Of course, the absolute value of negative 9, which is 9. Since 9 is, greater than, so 9 minus 8 is equal to 1, and the sign for it is negative. So the answer is negative 1. It's better always, miss, to check the solution. You can, after that, make sure that if it's a true equation, so your solution is correct. Now, let's go to the third example from the lesson, which is about solving one-step multiplication equations and finding the value of x. How I know it's multiplication? If the operation between the variable and the number, there is no operation between the variable and the number. This means that it's multiplication operation. So negative 8 is multiplying by y, and 24 is actually on the other side. Now to isolate y, I will divide negative 8, by 8. I will divide negative 8 by 8. So here, let's divide it, or actually let's go to the next slide. Let's divide negative 8 by 8, and as you can see here, negative 8 over negative 8 is equal to 1. What does the rule of, division and multiplication integers tell you? The rule tells you that if you have to multiply or divide same sign, or actually which is negative, okay, like this, it will be positive. Negative 8 over negative 8, the answer will be positive 1, and which is actually y. Now, how to remember it? Let's say that negative sign is so strong that whatever it find a positive sign, it will kill it, and it will be the winner, unless it will fight with another negative sign, like here, negative 8 with negative 8. Both negatives will kill each other, and the positive sign comes again to the to front. Now, so here, negative 8 over negative 8, it's always positive, okay? Negative times negative, it's always positive. And, the other side, it's 24 over negative 8. Here, the rule tells you again, that if there is plus and negative in the multiplication or division, unfortunately, negative sign is always stronger, so it will win. As you can see here, it's negative 3. Okay, so y is equal to negative 3. How to make sure that our solution is correct? We can check. Now we can check by replacing y by negative 3. Negative 8 times negative 3, the rules tell you that negative times negative, negative divide by negative will equal to positive. Now 8 multiplying by 3, it's equal to 24, and 24 here is the same as 24 here, so the answer is correct. This is a true equation and the answer is correct. In example 4, it's actually solving one-step division equation or division equation. How I know it's a division? Actually, because a is divided by negative 4. So the operation, you can see it here, it's division. Since it's division, I use the inverse operation, which is multiplication. So I will multiply, both sides to keep the balance in the equation by negative 4. Now here, negative 4 multiplying by negative 4 is, or dividing by negative 4 is equal to positive 1, because negative over negative is positive, and 4 divided by 4, it's 1, and 1 times a is a. Now here, miss, it's not professional for you to write 1 next to x or next to the variable, or as an exponent. We don't write 1. This is why you always see the variable. But don't be confused, miss. This is 1. There is invisible 1 here. It's next to a. So because actually I cross out negative 4 in the numerator with negative 4 in the denominator. So the answer is 1. Now here, the other, the other one is actually multiplying the other side, the right side is multiplying negative 9 times negative 4. 9 times 4 is 36, and negative times negative. Two strong signs kill each other. Two strong signs kill each other, so the answer is positive. So A is equal to 36 here. Now to make sure my answer is correct, I need to check how replace A by by positive 36. Dividing 36 over negative 4 is negative 9, because positive dividing by negative, it's negative, and 36 over 4 is equal to 9. So is the solution correct? Yes, of course, it's actually correct. Now another problem, I can just here multiplying the y over negative 3 by negative 3, so it's y over negative 3 multiplying it by negative 3 equal to negative 8 multiplying it again by negative 3. Now about the fact numbers, 3 here will be crossed out with negative 3, negative 3 with negative 3, then I have y equal to, now negative 8 times negative 3. We said about the signs that it's negative times negatives will give you positive, and 8 times 3 is equal to 24. So the answer is 24, as you can see here. And to make sure this is a correct answer, we can replace it. Now, as you can see here, then two numbers with a product of 1 are calling the reciprocals. Now, if you remember, we said what are reciprocals? That when you flip, easily when you flip the fraction, when the denominator becomes numerator and the numerator becomes denominator. Why do I need it here? Because actually we may sometimes divide or multiply by fractions. Maybe the coefficient will be a fraction, like, or mixed number, for example. The coefficient here of x, of variable x, is a mixed number. It's negative 1, and 7 over 8 times x equals 4.5. Now, as you can see here, I will divide, both numbers. I will divide both sides by I will divide both sides by negative, first of all, I have, of course, to rewrite it, convert it into mixed number. Then I will divide 15 over 8 by 15 over 8, or multiply it by the reciprocal. Because we took it in the first semester, we said if you divide by any fraction, you have to convert division into multiplication and convert, the division into multiplication and then take the reciprocal of the divisor, which is here. Instead of 15 over 8, the reciprocal of it is 8 over 15. Now, and when I find it, here, the same, the answer of multiplying the number with its reciprocal or the fraction with its reciprocal, the answer will be 1. And here, negative 8 over 5, I will multiply it by negative 8 over 15. I will multiply it by 9 over 2. Now here, we can simplify it more. 8 will be 1, and, and 8 here, 2 will be 1, and 8 will be 4. 4 times 9, it equal to 36. So it's 36 over 15. 36 over 15. Now, how can you can write it as an improper fraction. So x is equal to 36 over 15.